is a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Badgers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
People still fill in the stands, and it takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it to the right. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Snagged out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. On the run, it's Ford. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the left side. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Smith dropping to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Sends it back in motion. Leaves it with the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era. Just guys that toted the rock with some physicality. Just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
1st down and 10. Gets the back moving. Grab behind the line. It's Berry. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They booted away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Caught behind the line. It's Glenn. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Smith wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Glenn. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got his man. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the tight end. Plows through the defense. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that 1st defender.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
The Badgers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll throw it from the red zone. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in the zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. think about it, let's see what they have on third down. Smith wants to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got it in the middle. It's Clapp. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Smith dropping to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. In the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Smith wants to throw. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll go to the ground. Fights off the defender. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. Now, as a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
They'll give it to the back. Across the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He got him loose, and it was lights out after that.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Maryland is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Smith dropping to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Connors. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass on second down. Dumps it to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. They'll just get in trouble when you try.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Smith wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
To the air on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Razorbacks are on the move. The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. Lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Finally, the defense gets to the quarterback. I say finally because last week they had 6 sacks. They were harassing the QB so far today. Just their first sack. They got to continue to get more pressure on the quarterback.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Smith wants to throw. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. The Badgers will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Tight end now in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The sure hands, it's Marshall. Quick step and go. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws for the tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smith dropping to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Looking for space. It's Paul. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They'll run the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
He makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Let's see what he can do with the return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? And the Badgers want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Smith wants to throw. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. That's caught. It's Ford. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab on the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they've really featured this guy today.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. Snagged in the middle. It's Connors. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Pushes ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Smith dropping to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Trying to pound their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Going to the running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pulls and fired complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Using his legs, it's Marshall. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. It'll be 3rd and long. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Smith wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting...